Okay, so in this lab, we'll go ahead and see how do you configure a Microsoft Defender to monitor your virtual machine. Yeah, to monitor your virtual machine, we'll go ahead and see how do you monitor this virtual machine. How do you look at the recommendations that are provided by the Microsoft Defender for cloud? We'll also see how do you, put guest configuration and just-in-time virtual machine access. And we'll also review the scoring parameters that is provided by Microsoft Cloud.
Nishant, one question. I mean,
Yeah.
do we have any lab to set up the alerts for the logs that we've collected?
No, in this course, we are not looking into the alert management and all.
Okay.
But everything is available here in the console itself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. One second. Yeah, let me go back to my Azure Analytics engine. Okay, Azure Analytics workspace. Log Analytics. 1 second. So this is my Log Analytics workspace. Now let's go ahead and enable Microsoft Defender for cloud. Search for Microsoft Defender for cloud. So we'll be configuring Microsoft Defender for cloud. We will see what are the recommendations that are provided by Defender and implement the Defender. So one thing is, in my screen may look a little different from your screen. The reason is I could have enabled Microsoft Defender for cloud for a longer time now. I have been working on this. In case if you feel a slight difference between my screen and your screen, don't worry, the procedure is exactly same. Just one or two options here and there. If you understand the concept, the screen will look the same. The instructions are exactly for you. Some of these instructions may not work out for me. The instructions that are given, like 3 or 4 instructions, may not work out for me because I have already enabled Defender for cloud for a longer time now. So, but these instructions will exactly work for you. Is that clear? Because you're all doing for the first time, the instructions will exactly work for you. So if you read the instructions correctly, you will be able to do it. Almost mine also will be similar, but I try to make it disabled so that it is available for everyone. OK. Is it clear for everyone? So I'll just go to getting started Blade, Microsoft Defender for cloud. You see here in my case, you are able to see some of the recommendations, no? But in your case, you will not see this. That is what I mean. OK. So typically it will go to the getting started screen. In the getting started screen, just see, in my case, I have already activated Microsoft Defender for cloud. See here, you will get an upgrade option. In your case, it will also get enable option. First, it will come as enable option. After enabling, you can directly upgrade it. So at this moment, you see, at this moment, I don't want to enable on these, but I want to enable on my MSDN subscription. But if you see here, it is giving me upgrade option. It is giving me upgrade option. OK, so click on upgrade. So choose your subscription and upgrade it. In your case, what subscription will you choose?
Azure for students.
Azure Pass. Yeah, you'll choose Azure Pass. Mine, I'll choose MSDN subscription. I click on upgrade. So it is asking you, would you like to install the agents in that? Would you like to install the Defender agents in that subscription? You need to click on install agents. Is that clear for everyone? The moment you say agents installed, see, you'll see a pop-up here telling that the agents are getting initiated. So it will take time. Don't worry and don't get hurry that, oh, my agents are not installed. It will take 10 minutes, 12 minutes to 15 minutes for the agent installation to complete and agent to start reporting. It will take time. This lab should come. This lab should need a lot of patience. It cannot happen just like that. It takes few minutes for the agents to get installed. Are we good? So on these two subscriptions, I did not enable. On these two subscriptions, I did not enable because where I need my subscription, I have enabled it. See, this install agents will be disabled. If the agents are automatically installed, it will be in disabled state. So no need to worry about it. If you are seeing something like this, that means installation is done. Now, going back. So this is the cost per server per month. If you add one server into this Defender for Cloud, it will take $15 charge. If you add one app instance, it will be $15. If you add one database protection, $15. One SQL server on machines per core per server. If you say open source relational database, storage account, Cosmos DB, containers, key vaults, resource managers, and DNS. So these are the cost. So as you start adding things, automatically the cost will apply. Clear? See, use log analytics agent to extend the Microsoft Defender for cloud capabilities or protect multi-cloud environments. And you can get the view entirely here. And you can see here, all set, all of your Azure subscriptions have automatic agent installation enabled. OK, any service you create, automatic installation agent will happen. And now my Defender plan is ready. My Defender plan is ready. Any questions? Here, I'm just being very, very slow here because many people will get confused. So then, yeah.
In the upgrade tab, we get to see the subscription pass, right?
Correct.
But we see, I generally don't see the subscription pass, but instead see the workspace which has been created for this lab for monitoring the logs.
Are you seeing Microsoft Defender for Cloud?
Yes, I see.
OK, can I do this? Can I complete this lab and then I'll give you step by step. I'll take one user. I'll explain how it works on one user and then you can do it.
Sure.
That way we don't deviate from the concepts. It's a very small lab. OK. Good. So just go to environmental settings. Now you see Azure 3 subscriptions we are monitoring at this moment. If you see MSDN subscription has one workspace that is enabled. MSDN has one workspace which is enabled. When did we create this workspace? In the last lab. In the last lab, we have seen this, right? See, this is the subscription. That is MSDN subscription. Now in the MSDN subscription, you see Defender plan. Enable this Defender plan. You see enable all. Trust me, the moment you enable, everything will start working. Yeah, enable all, you should click so that everything will get enabled. See, there is an update available here. It is telling you, you have a Kubernetes running. Yeah, there is an update here. You have a container registry running. If there is an update, you can go ahead and upgrade here and it will tell you. So you can just go ahead and auto upgrade things.
Sir, sorry for disturbing in between.
Yeah.
One question, sir, here. So
yeah.
In the earlier screen, we have seen the charges of $15 per month and all, right?
Correct.
So is it charged per monthly basis or
per month?
So once we add something, then $15
it's
will be gone.
$15 is gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So this way they are actually prorating it. Now, what happens if you say, oh, you only run for 15 days that one? If you run 15 days, that instance, what will happen? It's an average cost. It's a monthly average cost is $15.
Okay.
They will charge for you to onboard.
Okay.
For example, if you remove a server in the middle after 15 days, they will only charge you 7.5.
Okay.
Because it's a per instance, no?
Yeah, pro rata basis.
Per pro rata basis.
Okay.
All things in AWS, Azure, GCP are pro rata basis.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, when you go to the bill, no, you will not even see that how to calculate pro rata basis. The bill will be so complex.
Okay. Okay.
It will be difficult for us, but we only understand the documentation. That's it. Yeah. So now just go ahead and select Defender by resource type. You can go ahead and enable all. So if you go ahead and click on auto provisioning, you see, you can enable all extensions. See, log analytics agent for Azure VMs, log analytics agent for Azure Arc machines, vulnerability assessment for machines, guest configuration agent for machines, Defender for container components. Now, based on what you enable, that services gets enabled. See, log analytics agent for Azure virtual machines, which we have done the previous lab. So it will go ahead and enable. For example, if you use Azure Arc for creating Kubernetes or virtual machines, if you want vulnerability assessment for the machines, it will do the auto vulnerability assessment. It will do the auto vulnerability assessment for your machines by default. Any questions here? Leave about the lab. I will explain like and this, in your PC how to do it. I'll explain you. But from a conceptual point of view, is it clear? So at this moment, we have to do log analytics agent for virtual machines, which is already in the enabled state. OK, and then if you go to the workflow automation, this is where Defender for Cloud starts. This is where the reality of the Defender for Cloud starts. So let's go ahead and click on workflow automation just to see what options will be there. You can go ahead and write a option. See, someone was asking, no, triggering conditions, a security alert. So Defender for Cloud data, security alert condition. What is the alert severity? What should this logic app do? So someone was asking me in the morning, logic app. That's what I'm going to teach you now. So what is a logic app? Let's understand. So you can create a logic app. I'll show you just to give you an awareness. It is like a workflow management. So when I say workflow management, if this happens, then do this. That is your logic apps. So this is how a logic app will look like, where you can go ahead and write conditions. If this, do this. If this, do this condition. That kind of logic apps condition. Logic apps will help you to trigger events, do certain actions when something happens. If you feel that a file has been uploaded and the file is sensitive, go ahead and delete it from the email. That kind of trigger can be done. If you feel that something has triggered, you want to take a remediate action like open a port, close a port, can be done with logic apps. If you feel that the instance has been hacked, you want to shut down the instance, you can go ahead and do that with the logic apps. But the only thing is logic apps needs a lot of programming and good understanding of the workflow in Azure. Clear? Any questions? Are you with me? No, that logic apps
Nishant,
conditions can be written.
is
Yeah.
this logic apps will be mostly used in the industry in combination with this Defender for cloud, or
Not only Defender for cloud, any workflow automation can be done using the logic apps. So if you have any third-party tool, for example, if you have your own application and that application has to do some job in Azure, it can be integrated with all Azure services and Office 365 services.
okay. So I mean, usually upgrades and these kind of
Yeah,
operations
can be done.
Okay.
Can be done using logic apps. For example, upgrade, downgrade, delete, open a port, create a firewall rule. Everything can be done using logic apps.
Okay.
But a customized workflow you have to design.
Okay. If that is the case, if you are good at programming, then we can write the auto scaling and all these things also in this.
Absolutely. Auto scaling can be done, deletion, adding new nodes to the system, deleting the nodes to the system, adding a firewall rule, disabling a firewall rule, raising an alert, automated incident response. For example, if something happened, and if you feel the threshold is more than this, if the CPU is hitting this much, you can trigger a logic apps to do a job.
Okay. Yeah.
That is absolutely possible.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the workflow automation. Clear? So I'll go back to the environmental settings. Microsoft Defender for Cloud, and under the environment settings, you will see all the options. Clear? Workflow automation and all. Any questions? I'm being a little slow here just to ensure that we pick up things. Choose a subscription. This is very specific to subscription. Huh? This is very specific to subscription configuration. 1 second, just give me 1 minute. Sorry. Okay. Clear? Now go back to the Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Go to the overview section. You'll be able to see the security posture. Like, what is your security score? Again, this security score is not a good score at this moment. That means it's not a fine grained, very good rules are not applied here. Very good rules are not applied here. It is just a randomly given security posture based on certain things, based on what Azure thinks it's good for them. Based on Azure benchmarks, it is telling that different compliance requirements like PCI DSS, ISO, which I have enabled. So what you can do, you can click on this improve compliance and then enable more compliance requirements. Enable more compliance requirements like, Azure benchmark 3, 27,000 PCI DSS. You can go ahead and add reports. You can go ahead and modify this. But at this moment, because I have enabled this, you are seeing it. Because I have enabled this, you're seeing it. But for us, this is not the lab. Our lab is going to enable just in time. Our work is going to be just in time here. Okay, there is something called as assessed resources. Okay, in that assessed resources, we are going to look at it. I'll just go ahead and show you that. Let's go to inventory section. In this inventory section, go ahead and choose the MSDN subscription. See, there are 2 resources, 2 unhealthy resources. unmonitored resources, but at this moment I have resources in MSDN platform subscription. Click on that. And on this subscription, do you see Defender for Cloud Enhanced Security Features is on? Be sure this option is already enabled as a part of our activity, but you can go ahead and look at the MSDN subscription is enabled or not. So now these are the recommendations. These are the recommendations for our resources that are there. Based on the resources that we have, these were the recommendations and everything is showing it as healthy, healthy, healthy. And there should be more than one assigned owner to the subscription. That means these are the hints that Microsoft is giving to you to fix. At this moment, for me, everything is fixed. And there is only one unhealthy parameter here. OK. So don't worry, you will, when you do it one by one, you will get to know easily. Yeah, this is pay as you go model. In my other subscription, these are the recommendations. Do you see here? Some of them are unhealthy, some of them are unspecified because I did not work on this pay as you go model for a longer time and it did not configure anything. This is my MSDN subscription. You can also go and see the overall recommendations and the score given to you. And you see here, it has a couple of suggestions on permissions and best practices, what is implemented, what is not implemented. You can go ahead and fix it and then slowly come back here. Any questions? See, click on this assessed resources. What resources are being assessed? Click on that. And then it will go ahead and show you the scores that are present. OK, now you don't see any inventory options here. You don't see any inventory options, but what you can do is you can go to the, see, there is no button over here to go directly to the subscription. So rather than you go for MSDN subscription because that's where our VM is there. Now the other way of looking at this is directly go to the virtual machines. Click on my VM. If you don't see your VM here, you see here recommendations for cloud. So this VM, you'll already get recommendations for this VM. See, we have all the recommendations in Defender for Cloud. At this moment, reduce your attack surface, just in time virtual machine access. At this moment, Microsoft Defender is on. Explore just in time access in Defender for Cloud. So it will just go ahead and give you a little brief about your virtual machine. What configuration is done on your virtual machine and all can be seen here. OK, this is from the virtual machine side. From virtual machine side also you can reach the same console. From the Defender for Cloud also you can reach the same console. What you can do, you can go for workload protections here. Which workloads are getting protected? You can see the things. Are you getting it? See, just-in-time access enabled, vulnerability assessment is enabled, adaptive controls are enabled or not, container monitoring engine is enabled or not, adaptive network hardening is enabled or not. Couple of options. I want you to observe this. I want you to observe the screen because when you do the lab, you will get confused or the screens may not look exactly like the options. The options may not look exactly same because I have enabled it. It will show you. Yeah. So in the advanced protection, you see just in time unprotected. Click on just in time unprotected. You see, did you reach the same stage from Microsoft just in time? Same place. You reached the same place using virtual machines, my virtual machine just in time access. Is this clear? Exactly, you receive to the same place. See, 0 VMs, 0 VMs. You're on the same screen. Just in time virtual machine access. This is also just in time virtual machine access. Clear? Any questions? See, configured, not configured, and unsupported. Click on non-configured. Do you see any VMs here? No. If you go to non-configured, do you see any VMs here? So our VMs should be visible here. If our VMs are enabled, if our VMs are visible, then only we can do anything. So our VMs are not visible. So there was something that is done. In case if you don't see your VMs, there is some mistake that happened in the previous configuration. Maybe it did not enable, it did not recognize, it is taking time to recognize. All this can be the issues. So you might need to wait for some time for this to get enabled. So at this moment, I'm just trying to see. Explore. You are not getting access. Click here for resources in the cloud to see if any alerts are there for this. No. So I'm just waiting for it to get enabled. See, Defender for Cloud is enabled, but it is taking time to show me. So it's staying 100% secure for that. All recommendations. Are you guys with me? So how do you go ahead and enable your VM configuration and all? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, again, Microsoft Defender for Cloud is a very big product. We are only understanding the fundamentals here. We're only understanding few basic fundamental activities. OK. Now, before you start working on this, let me tell you a few hints. Try to reload the page, lab page, before you start working on it. Try to reload the page before you start working on it. That means I want you to reload the page. There were some changes in the lab documentation before, so just reload the page before you start working on it. Yeah, before you start working on it, please reload the page. Please reload the page before you start working on it. Yeah. So what you guys can do is you can just explore this because Microsoft Defender for Cloud will not be able to configure end to end. But I'll just give you a very quick introduction to this. OK, just reach till this stage and then we will talk about other parameters of Sentinel. I'll just show you. That is one way. One way lab means I'll go ahead and show you what components will be there. You will be just observing it passively. Just I want you to take this to the next level. I want you to come till this stage so that I'll just keep a path for you for the future. OK, after this, what I should do, I'll put up some steps for you. OK. Quickly, I'll just give you 20-25 minutes to quickly complete this and just get familiar. Just get familiar with all the options that are available. That's it. And for you to load all the statistics itself will take time. So don't worry. Don't worry about that. Someone was asking that your screen is looking different. No, it got oversight. Can you tell me what was that?
The screen looks same. Only thing is the plan, the Azure subscription plan. Instead of that, I was able to see the workspace which was created for analytics. But later it is coming back to the same page. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Okay.
difference.
Okay, cool. Only the first one or two screens will look a little different. But if lab documentation will be in sync.
Yeah. Okay.
My screen may look differently, but lab documentation is in sync, right?
Yes.
You're able to see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
we don't have any further steps after we see the recommendations in my VM.
Sorry.
In resource health, when we see the recommendations of all the severity, later to that we don't see any other steps being defined, is it?
Yeah, correct. So now that's where you will be pausing the lab, and then I'll show you some other few things, and then you will continue the lab.
Okay.
Did you all reach till this stage? Are you able to see my VM under the just in time? Did you go to workload protections and see? Can you see any VMs there under just in time protection?
When I see my VM, I don't see just in time.
Yes. So that is where you need to come to this option and enable it. So if you go, guys, if you go to virtual machines, right? So if you go to virtual machines, right? Click on the virtual machine that you have created in the previous lab. Yeah, go to Microsoft Defender for Cloud. You see Microsoft Defender for Cloud is on for your machine. Is it showing you?
Yes.
And go to configuration. Did you enable just-in-time access? Go to configuration, and this is where you will see just-in-time enablement. Once you get just-in-time enablement enabled in the configuration section, click on Microsoft Defender for Cloud. That's where it will redirect you and it will show you whether it is configured or not. Are you guys with me? Okay, let everyone reach till this stage. Okay, let everyone reach till this stage. I'll give you 5 more minutes for you to quickly pick up till here, and then we will talk. Yeah, I don't want to just rush because I don't know what the other participants are in. Then we will do follow along. Hey guys, can you all did you all reach here?
Hi Nishant. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Nishant, I unable to update the agent. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Here upgrade I have done. So now the install agent, this.
Yeah, that is correct. You see, it is already enabled. So if it is enabled, then no, it will not come.
Okay, okay. That something is pending.
No, correct. No, that's correct. It's in the right stage. If it is not there, then it is not like if it is already enabled, this will not get this option will not get enabled.
Okay, then I will follow
the feature is active already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, good. So can I have your attention? Everyone on my screen. If you go to your virtual machines, select your virtual machine. OK, if you go to your virtual machines, select your
Nishant,
virtual
please
machine.
Nishant, please share your screen.
So if you go to your virtual machines, just go to virtual machines and there is a section called as configuration. Can you all check if your configuration is enabled, if your just in time is enabled or not? Did you check? Is just in time configuration enabled or not? Is your just in time virtual machine enabled? Just in time configuration for the virtual machine should be enabled. Is it there? I'll give you 2 minutes to check. OK, good. Now, if you go back to your workloads, Microsoft Defender for workloads, no? Just go for Microsoft Defender for cloud. And then you see here workload protections. Do you see workload protections? Under the workload protections, did you see just in time access? And do you see your virtual machine as configured? Do you all see the virtual machine as configured? I'll give you 2 minutes to check. If it is in the configured state, it is good. If it is not configured, let me know. OK, then you can select your virtual machine. You can select your virtual machine and click on request access. If you select your virtual machine, click on request access. And do you see the toggling? Here on off, allowed my source and range time hours. So from which IP? See toggling on. From which IP? You can exactly give. And for how many hours you want access? You can select. And you have to write the justification. You have to write the justification that I want to access this server from this point of time to this point of time. And now you see 3389 own allow my source IP, public IP range, my IP. I can select my IP. You see, I can select my IP before enabling this. Before enabling this, what you can do, you can come to the networking section. Do you see your virtual IP is added? Do you see is your virtual IP added here? Your IP is never added, right? Your IP is never added. But just come here, select my IP, 3 hours duration. I say I want to test my application and click on open ports. See, JET network access request initiated. See, one approved request active now, and you can see the last user that is activated. And you can look at the activity log of that person. You can look at the activity log of that person who did what action. Clear? And if you come here, do you see your source IP is added 7769.257? 7769.257 is added. Automatic, right? So you request for access, you will get the access. At this moment, there is no approval procedure. We did not give any approval procedure at this moment. We did not configure that approval workflow. OK. Is it clear? I'll give you 5 minutes to complete this operation. Hey guys, are you guys with me? Are you guys done? Did you guys see the options? Any questions? Did you enable just in time and access for did you request for a access? And did you see the firewall port enabled? Are you guys with me?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Yep. Any other questions? Did you delete and see the just-in-time access? After that, this rule will go off. To this, the rule will go off. You can add n number of options like that as per your requirement. It's all about, how much customization you are ready to do it. And typically, most of the customization is done by the logic apps. You can trigger a logic apps to do the job. Okay, any other questions, please? Okay, if there are no questions, any other things not from a question point of view, let me explain you the question paper if there are no questions for the exam. Are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just explain you the question paper. Do you see this lab guide? At the starting of the lab guide, you always see a scenario, right? Something like this I'll give you. Something like this, a scenario is given. Do you observe? Do you observe that?
Yes, Nishant.
Exactly, that will be your question. You will be given a scenario like this. That's it. Okay, this scenario, you have to solve it, take screenshots of the procedure that you have followed, put it in a document and upload it to the portal. This exam will be next week. So you are getting a chance to practice for the last 4 weeks and 1 more week. Okay, it's a hands-on session. You will be given a scenario like this. That's it. The question will be very simple. You get a scenario, you do the actions and submit it. Yeah.
How many questions will be there, Nishant, for exam?
It will be 2 to 3 scenarios.
Okay.
Nishant, so when we have to paste the screenshot, so we have to take the screenshots of the activity log and paste it, or which?
No, not the activity. For example, if you have done a configuration like, see, you selected this just in time and request access. You take a screenshot of this. After that, you get this configuration, take a screenshot and click on open ports, take a screenshot.
Okay.
So major milestones, if you take, that's good enough.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Nishant.
So Nishant, we won't have access to the guide, right?
It will be there. The lab access guide will be there.
Open exam.
It's an open book exam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nishant, and do we get any MCQ questions also?
Yes. That you so typically what happens is let me quickly share the guide. Okay, 1 second, I'll tell you. Yashini, you are telling something. So this will be your weightage, guys. Typically on day 1, so you'll have 2 quizzes, 20%, 20% weightage. That quizzes, I'll give you time to complete it. And then there will be a final exam that will be at the next week. So I'll give you a few days to complete the quiz at your own comfort. And then there will be a final exam that will be proctored. I think our team will do that. Okay.
Nishant, maybe you can also talk if anyone is interested in AZ900, they can take themselves because we have not aligned. Next exam is AZ500. That will be the last, but Nishant will take that module after this.
Yeah.
Sandeep Vijayaraghavan is also there incidentally in the campus. He can say hi to everyone.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Everyone is online. Everyone is.
Nobody's coming here?
No one is coming because Nishant is online.
Okay.
But Nishant, I think your notes and labs, etc. I'm sure everyone is clear, right?
Yeah.
His Git book is.
In case anything you have something, you can always let me know. Any feedback is appreciated. Positive, negative, so that we can take it back and improve it.
We have only heard positive. Anything negative? I don't think so. No, let us. I'm just telling. Anyone?
Yeah, maybe it is that negative is hidden. If it comes out, that's okay.
No, nothing.
Okay. Okay. So is it 900 anyone has completed by themselves? It's a small certification.
Yeah.
Anyone has completed?
Yeah, I have completed. Sir.
Okay, great. Others, please try yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Okay, I hope quiz also we will activate tomorrow and next week only, no?
No, yeah, next week, Monday, I'll speak to Rajul and then I'll guide him on what to do so that he can activate it for you.
Yes.
And I'll also tell you the timelines. Rajul will inform you when to start, when to end, and then the examination will be around 3 hours. The final exam we are talking, no, that will be around 3 hours. Then you can come online, you can sit, complete activity, put the screenshots, and then upload into the LMS. That I think all procedures Rajul will guide you, so that should not be a problem.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to him and I'll inform him everything.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll be there, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So
Thanks
we
so
are
much. So
focusing this
we will
exam
come
on next weekend.
Yeah,
this week, Saturday, next Saturday, which is 23rd, we will do the exam at 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. As usual,
Okay.
don't delay because we have too many other things to complete. After that, we have to start security engineer course again with Nishant. So 1 week we will have only exam. It's simple exam because you have to prepare yourself for AZ 500. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nishant. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
So just one more question, Nishant.
Yeah,
so the next module is AZ 500, right? So the final exam is the certification, is it?
No, not like that. Doctor?
Yes. So that
Okay,
we will give you the exam voucher.
Yeah.
You will have the AZ 500 as the last exam after the training.
Yeah.
Final exam will be AZ 500.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But guys, don't worry. Most of the labs are here in front of you. Trust me, you do the lab. Every lab you do twice, minimum twice after this class.
Yes. If
You'll
you
get
also
everything
practice
from
AZ
here.
900, that will be good, is what I am suggesting. In your meantime, please go and take that exam. Register yourself.
Yeah. AZ 900 is very, very fundamentals because you have already done something advanced here.
And
sorry. Okay. Cool. Anyway, you have my mobile number. I am also available in the WhatsApp. If you want to reach out to me due to if you need anything, just please feel free to reach out to me. I also dropped my mobile number here in the chat box. You can also ping me on WhatsApp. I'm available in the group. Yeah. Cool. Dr. Shinu, anything from your side?
All good as long as they are don't postpone like last time. I think OS security we had some trouble. This is not that way. Everything is clearly given. So please go align with the schedule. Practice. The notes are there. Tomorrow, next week, 2 to 5 we will meet. We will come back with Nishant again on 30th. That's it. Thanks everyone.
Shinu, any information on the OS security exam?
We will have to reschedule. Just give us some time. Paris is still not reached Bangalore. This month end is what we will decide to schedule, but not not in parallel with the existing module. We will plan that.
Okay. So by reschedule, do you mean for everyone or just the ones who haven't taken the
Depending
exam?
on the marks that Paris is not evaluated. If you think
sure.
that your marks are good enough, if anyone getting more than 60%, do not have to write again.
All right.
Okay. Okay, but this subject, please score 100 out of 100, right? Nishant has given you everything.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nishant.
Thank you, Dr. Shin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep, if you are here.
You.
I'll see you then sometime.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Nishant.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
Nishant.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks, Nishan.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone.